Yeah. What kind of person's Keegan?
He's tenacious. I mean, even the one thing I think that differentiates him with some of the other guys that play on the tour is like he has not lost his will to win, his desire to win. Like he wants to win. He's super competitive. Um, you know, uh, he's highly respected amongst his peers.
When he
You
chased
know,
Tommy Fleetwood down at Travelers, for example, this year, like
yep.
you were you were the least surprised person in the crowd, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have been any happier that Fleetwood finally won a tournament because I know how difficult it is.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think sometimes it's tough to get that monkey off your back. I mean, listen, he's won other places, but to get your first PGA Tour win, that's a pretty difficult thing to do. So, but there's no surprise, there's no quitting Keegan, and I think that's the reason I'd like to see him. Honestly, I feel like the whole can he coach, can he be the captain? I feel like that's completely overblown. I
Really?
think yeah, I to be honest with you, this is not to take anything away from the captain of a Ryder Cup team, but the facts are pretty simple. You assemble two teams to play a match against one another, right? And the team that plays the best golf ends up winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's some decisions as to you don't know who you're drawing against. You know what I mean when you're picking the matches, right? You just know you're setting out guy one versus right. Um, so I don't know so much that you're pairing players together. You're trying to get a vibe for what's going on with them. But uh, honestly, I don't. I feel like there would have been a way. Maybe he's not playing 5 matches, right? And maybe that limits you from um, being able to make some of the decisions that you want to make because you're limiting his ability to play. But why couldn't he have played on day one in the last like group of, I think what is it, foursomes in the morning and four ball in the afternoon? Why couldn't he
Yeah.
play four ball in the afternoon, or for that matter, like why couldn't he been first out in foursomes, right? Which would have totally had the whole place jacked, right? Having a guy who you know grew up playing college golf and was sneaking out on Beth
Well,
Page because that's the truth of the matter.
Beth Page was St. John's course. I mean, that's where they played their golf.
Yeah, so I mean, I would have liked to seen him play. I just there's no chance that he's not one of the 12 best guys, um,
Yeah, that's for
especially
sure.
especially in that format.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has so much energy. It'll be interesting to see because he's a captain, right? So he needs to be kind of like this, right? And he just has so much energy. It'll just be interesting to see how he can temper that energy, you know what I mean, as a captain.
Well,
So
but it was a completely selfless decision. Were you surprised that he made it?
I feel like if he decides to play, it's a no one situation for him, right? I mean, the expectation is we're playing at Bethpage and we're supposed to win that event, right? So if he plays, then the pundits would be like, well, he played, he couldn't be a captain, blah 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 blah. But I think the whole captain thing is uh,
I agree with you 100%. You set your lineup, and then what are you going to tell Scotty Scheffler to do when he's out on the gut? There's nothing. There's no in game decisions that you're going to make. These guys are making the game decisions on their own with their caddies like they do every week of the year. Whether it's competitive in a four or whatever, like their teammates will make those to the captains. I'm with you. I 100% agree with you. I'm just curious if, like, I mean, how about this? The build up to the event, like some talk about it, but if he were playing, I think it would be 10x what it is right now.
well, the one thing I think that helped to make his decision, and one reason I think that maybe he made the right decision, is he talked about how he was playing and he couldn't even focus on his own golf, right? So I suppose, but from my perspective, I feel like the whole captaincy is just it's a little bit overblown as to what their contribution is. I mean, sure, there can be a calming effect, but I mean, if you look at like Watson and what happened with Mickelson, like Mickelson showed no respect to Watson, in my opinion. You know what I mean? A legend of the game. and so they threw him under the bus and blamed him for losing, essentially. Isn't that what Mickelson did, right? I just, I don't know. To me, it's pretty simple. You're picking all-star teams, essentially. I mean, 6 guys are making it through automatic qualifying, and then you're picking other guys to play on your team. I think that's the biggest factor, is who are the guys that you're picking, right?
Yeah.